Hello everybody, welcome to another video from Currency Collector Searcher. Today we are going to take a look at the recent online currency sales roundup. This is where we take a look at the recent significant sales of fancy serial number $1 bills that occurred over the past week or so on eBay. So this video strictly focuses on $1 bills, maybe a $2 bill occasionally thrown in there if it's fairly significant. But I focus on $1 bills because they have the highest profit margin. If you think about a $1 bill that sells for 30 bucks, by the time you pay your eBay fees of about 13%, say $4, you're left with $26. Your cost is $1, so you have $25 profit. Now you take that same serial number on a $20 bill that sells for 30 bucks. After you pay your 13% fees, you're still left with $26, but your cost is $20, so your profit's only $6. So I like to focus on the lower denomination notes, preferably the $1 bills for the most part, because they do have the highest profit margin. You put more money into your pocket that way. I'm focusing primarily on the significant sales for the week because I want to show you what the possibilities are to find these fancy serial number notes and sell these online. So I want to show you, what they look like, how much they sell for. Keep an eye on the descriptions. A lot of these descriptions are very, very nice in terms of hitting the key algorithms for eBay, to show to the most people. So, and also finally, notice the condition of a lot of these notes. All right, they don't have to be in great condition to get a lot of money. So that's one of the great things about this side hustle. So as you see here in the thumbnail, this note right here, which we're going to see here in the video, it's a millions note, 20 million. Very, very rare, obviously. These notes like this, they only make, let's see, 9 of these per 96 million. 10 million, 20, up to 90 million. So literally a 1 in 10 million note. So very, very rare. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. This is for the week ending August 5th, which is today. All right, so let me go back here to the beginning. All right, whoops. All right, so I want to show you this page here. Now on this page here, this is from eBay. There's still, when I do a search for fancy serial numbers, there's over 18,000 that are available. Okay, about 2 months ago, there was only about 15,000. Now it's up to 18,000. So this hobby is growing, okay? And over the past 90 days, over 5,600 notes have sold. That's over 60 per day. Now, what I've been noticing on eBay recently is that a lot of sellers of fancy serial number notes have feedback of 0, 1, 5, 10, very, very low feedback. And what that tells me is that there's a lot of new people that are getting into the hobby. Okay, now it could be due to all the social media influencers out there that are spreading the word. Just on my channel alone, I've had over 120,000 views just in the past 1 month or 28 days. So if you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you. You'll learn a lot, hopefully, about what to look for, how much these things are worth. So I encourage you to share these videos with others. Subscribe if you haven't so yet. Because we want YouTube to put these videos in front of more people so we can help them put money into their pocket as well. So, all right, well, let's jump right into it here, okay? Now, what you're going to notice here, again, is the condition, okay? Now, this note here, this is called a near solid, has 7 sevens, okay? Now, if this was 7 in a row, it'd be worth more, but this is 7 of a kind, all right, which is still a very, very nice note. Now, sevens, just so you know, sevens are considered to be a lucky number, okay? And also in China, it represents the combination of yin and yang and the 5 elements of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. It's considered to be a combination of harmony. So this is not only considered lucky, but other countries also find the number 7 very, very collectible. There's a lot of demand for the number 7. So this note here in this condition, looks to be stained. It looks to be, weathered quite a bit. But it did sell with 22 bids for about $75. We're not talking about shipping, just looking at the actual amount that it sold for, okay? So very nice sale right there. All right, the next one here, I wanted to show you this because these birthday notes, anniversary notes, these are more of an emotional purchase. If someone is looking for a birthday gift or an anniversary gift for, for a loved one, and they run across one that fits the exact date, they're so hard to find. People are going to pay, a pretty penny for these. They'll pay quite a bit of money for these as a gift. So this one here, as you'll see here, it has a nice crease down there, has folds, kind of wrinkled around the edges. So it's not in the nicest condition, but it is December 12th of 2002. Okay, so this person obviously wanted this for somebody or for themselves. So they paid $30 to own this note. Okay, so when someone's looking for a note like this, they'll pay up for that because these are very, very difficult to find. Okay, they'll sell it from anywhere between 10, 15, 20. I've sold some for $20, $25, and I've seen them sell for as high as $30. All right, so keep your eyes open for these birthday anniversary notes. Okay, now this one is not in the traditional month, day, year. Remember, other countries, and I think the military uses the year and then the month and day or day and month. So it doesn't need to be in that traditional, month, day, year format. Okay. All right, now this next one here, now this is a super repeater. Okay, the numbers are 14141414. Okay, these are 1 in a million notes. There's only 96 of these that are made per 96 million notes. Like on the K block, they only make 96 million notes. Okay, so these are literally, 1 in a million notes. So this one here, if you take a look at the condition, it has has a crease down the middle. Okay, it's worn. It does have some weathering, has some wrinkling all over the note, but it's probably not very crisp, but it's not in bad condition. But a note like this sold yesterday for about $75 with 30 bids. So a very nice sale by this seller right here. So this is something that somebody that doesn't know about this would spend. So they're not just spending $1 in that vending machine. They're spending, $50, $60, $70, $80 by spending this dollar bill. All right. So now you know what to look for. All right. Now this note here, this is similar to the one I'm going to show you in a moment here. That millions note. This is 26 million. Okay. This serial number, unfortunately, it has a big brown spot in the middle. But somebody probably dropped some spaghetti juice on it or something. But this is 26 million. Okay, very, very nice note, just incredible. So this note here, with a big stain on it, and it's been around, went through a lot of people's hands that had no idea what they had, sitting right in their pocket. Okay, but this note here, with one bid, somebody bought this for about $100. Okay, they wanted to add this to their collection. So you've got to keep your eyes open for these and look at every single note that comes to your hands, because you never know when you're going to get one of these and change. Or if you look through these bank straps from the bank, you never know what's going to be inside one of those. All right. So another great sale there. Now these two, okay, these are what they call a matching pair. They have the same exact serial number. This is the G block. I'm sorry. These are different. This is 957, and that's 597. So they probably came from the same bank strap. Okay. So these are similar serial numbers. These are radar notes and repeaters. Okay. So 7957, 7957. Okay. And then this one is a radar, 7957 right to left, and then 7957 left to right. So there's a radar note on the bottom, and this is a repeater on top. So it's very nice notes, okay? These probably would not sell for $25 separately, maybe $15 to $20, but as a matching pair, they did manage to sell for $49, okay? So what I've noticed is that a lot of times when you put something up as a matching pair like this, they can command somewhat of a premium. All right, so keep that in mind if you're a seller of these notes. If you have two of the same serial number, a lot of times they can go for a nice premium. Okay, this one didn't go for a big premium, but I've seen some that go for 50, 60, 70% more than if they were sold separately. All right, now this one here, this is an error note. okay? This is not a wrinkle. This is called a gutter fold. When the mint at the printing press, when they stack the paper, to print the notes, the paper is creased or folded. So when they print, of course, it misses that part because the paper is folded, okay? Not just once, but looks like twice, 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And I believe this has a piece of tape on it here as well. Somebody put a piece of tape over that and it's stained. So, obviously not in the nicest condition. As we talked about earlier, has a rip over there on the side, tape on it, it's stained, it's weathered. So a note, even like this, an error note, did manage to sell for $58 in this condition. So, these notes are in pretty high demand, 13 bids. So it is a 1988A, so it is about 35 years old. Great find by this seller right here. So good job. All right, now this is a binary note, okay? And it's a solid 5 of a kind. So binary because it only has 2 numbers, 0s and 8s. And it's also 5 of a kind 8s, all right? Now the 8s are also in the, some of the Asian cultures over in the eastern part of the world. Some of the 8s are considered to be numbers that are lucky. They're associated with wealth, prosperity, success, and status in China. And in Japan, it's a symbol of prosperity. Okay, so there's a lot of demand for the numbers 8s, not just here in the U.S., but also overseas as well. So this note here also, and look at the condition of this one. It's used, it's weathered, it's been around quite a bit, but it did manage to sell in this condition for $57. Okay, this seller did put on there that it has foldings, no tears, no markings, but it does have some wear on it. So, these notes, no matter the condition, they sell pretty good. All right. So, so I'm just trying to help you to see what to look for as you're going through these notes. Without watching these videos, you may have no idea that this is even worth more than $1. Okay, but now you know. Now check this out. I wanted to show this to you because look at the photo. If you're posting things on eBay, no matter if it's dollar bills or anything, make sure you check your photos that they're right side up. Okay, this is very distracting. And a lot of people will, may even refuse to even look at your item because the photos are upside down. Okay, so this is a 7 in a row. Okay, it's a near solid. That should have been in the description because a lot of people search for near solid when they're searching on eBay. It's 7 in a row 1s, which is very highly sought after. 0s, 1s, 7s, and 8s are the numbers that are the most sought after by collectors and investors. So this is 7 in a row 1s. It's 5 followed by 7 1s. Okay. It looks to be in pretty good condition. There's a fold down the middle, but it's not too bad. Could be worse. It's wrinkled a little bit and has some wrinkling in it. But this note did manage to sell with 18 bids for $56. If they would have put near solid in the description, I would imagine this probably would have sold for more. These notes, commonly can sell for $75 to $100. I've seen it. But anyway, hey, this guy, or girl made, $1 into $56. So, not too bad. All right, and there's the picture there. I just wanted to show you the upside down picture. All right, now this note here, this is another binary. Okay, this is just 2s and 3s. Now 2s and 3s are not really highly sought after. There's 4 2s and 4 3s, but it is a binary note. So those are very, very, hard to come by. All right. This seller here did put a picture of the serial number. This is how you should do it. Put a close-up of the serial number and then put a picture of the front and a complete picture of the back. So everyone can see the corners, edges, surface on both sides. Okay. That's how you put your notes on eBay. That's how you list them with a clear photos of the front and back and a close-up of the serial number. Okay, so this note in this condition did manage to sell for $26 with 11 bids. So great job there by that seller and great photos as well. That's the way to do it. All right, now this person here, this seller has a Now this one here is almost a super repeater. It's 03, 03, 03, but then it has 3 zeros. So very, very close to a super repeater. But it is a binary, okay? It has just made up of just 2 numbers, all right? And again, similar condition. You know, that's the theme here, is that these notes are not uncirculated. They're weathered and worn, and they've been through many, many, many hands. A lot of people miss these, okay? But we're not going to miss these because we are in the know. All right, so this note here in that condition did manage to sell with 1 bid for just over $29, almost 30 bucks, okay? And this is a good description. You know, $1, 2009, he put the word bill and note, fancy serial number, binary. I'm not a big fan of almost anything. Either is or it isn't. But nonetheless, it did sell for about 30 bucks. So now look at this note. Now I wanted to show you this because this is very wrinkled, okay? Very, very used condition here. It is from 1981. If you're going to post notes like this, you do want to maybe try to put a book over it for overnight or something like that to try to smooth this out a little bit. You know, try to make the notes look, you know, without being deceiving, but try to make the note look as nice as possible when you post them online, okay? But being truthful, you know, not trying to cover anything up or anything like that, all right? But this note here, this is 7 of a kind or near solid 5s, okay? And again, 5s are not the most highly sought after number, but again, it's a very nice note. But this is, you know, over 40 years old, this note here. Near solid 5s, fancy serial number, $1 bill, 7 of a kind. So good description there, good pictures by the seller down there. And this note in this condition did manage to sell for $45 with 33 bids. So good sale there. Now this one here, here's another one. This one is in better condition. All right, this is 7 of a kind 4s. All right, not 7 in a row, but it's in near solid. So this seller, you know, always puts good descriptions. He put near solid, $1. He put the serial number in there, and then put fancy serial number. Instead of daily currency, you may want to put $1 bill, because a lot of people do search, like myself, just search $1 bill, fancy serial number. But nonetheless, you know, this seller has a lot of followers, you know, which makes this these notes get out to a lot of people. So this note in this condition did sell for $99 with 32 bids. I know this seller has a lot of people following his store. So his notes do tend to, it seems like, sell for a little bit more than normal because he has a lot of followers. So I've just noticed that recently. All right, now this one here, here's another 7 of a kind. These 7 of a kind notes, everybody, these are very popular. There's a lot of demand for these out there. This is a 7 of a kind 2s. It's also a near solid, okay? This person put almost solid. You want to make sure you put the right terminology, put near solid instead of almost solid. But otherwise, good description. This is an uncirculated note, okay? So this is in nicer condition than the other notes we saw, and that's why it did manage to sell for more. It sold for $65 instead of, you know, $45 or $50 like we've seen in the other notes. So, you know, uncirculated notes, you know, obviously are in better condition. Condition does matter, and this is a great example of an uncirculated note, a binary note selling for more than a circulated note. So a good job there. Now this is another error. Now this is kind of questionable. This is green ink. It's a little bit lighter than normal than what I see on ink smears or ink stains on these notes that come from the BEP printing press. But nonetheless, this was listed as an ink smear. It very well could be. I've never seen one really that light. But nonetheless, it did manage to sell for $49. It is a 1995 note, so it is about 28 years old. So, you know, this seller, you know, did manage to pull this out of circulation and knew it had some value and sold it for almost 50 bucks. So a good job there. All right, so a couple more here to go. Now this one here, now this is a, if you take a look here, the serial number on the right and the seal is the proper green color. Over here to the left, this is more of a black color. It's very, very dark. It's a lot different color than the serial number on the right. This is called an inkwell contamination, okay? I showed a couple of these last week. These are very easy to miss, okay? Very hard to find. When you're looking through notes, look at the colors of both of these. If you find one here, the mist color is always going to be on the left-hand side because the black inkwell for the black printing is right next to the inkwell for the green on this serial number on the left, okay? You'll never find one with black up here on the right, all right? So this note here in this used folded condition, okay, did manage to sell for $159. I mean, what an incredible sale there. That's a great sale. These normally sell for, you know, $30, $40, $50, maybe $75, but this one managed to sell for about 160 bucks. So very envious of this sale here. Great job there. All right. Another one here. Wanted to show you this low serial number. These are in high demand as well. 0s, 1s, and 2s. Okay. This one looks to be in pretty good condition. Okay. You know, great pictures by the seller, a close up with the front and back. All right. This did manage to sell for $16.50 with 6 bids. So these are in high demand as well. A lot of people like the low serial number. Okay. And then here we have another one. This is 2 identical serial numbers. This is the F block. This is the C block here. Okay, the top one is in better condition than the bottom one. All right, the bottom one looks to be somewhat weathered and colorized there, a little bit yellow. But these 2 here. Now this is another example. These 2 sold for $67 with 18 bids. I can tell you that these separately would not sell for half of that. These would not sell for $33 each. These are probably $10 to $15 notes sold separately, okay? But because they're sold as a matching pair, they did get a premium. This sold for $67. So this is the key. If you have 2 notes with the same serial number, sell them together because I've seen over and over again, they can sell for a nice premium. These sold for $67 or $33 a piece, okay? All right. Now this one here, this is a low serial number. Okay, this is a 1995 note, the number 680, okay? It's called a 3-digit serial number. It has 6 zeros. This one managed to sell for $39 with 1 bid, okay? This one here is a 2-digit serial number, in weathered, wrinkled condition. This one managed to sell for $94. So keep your eyes open for these low serial numbers. These are big sellers, 18 bids on this, okay? Just sold a couple days ago, $94. That's huge, okay? In better condition, they can sell for $125, $150 in uncirculated condition, okay? Now, this is the last note. Now, check this out. This is the one I showed you in the thumbnail. This is a $20 million note, okay? The serial number is 20 million, okay? This is 1 in 10. They only make 9 of these, one from 10 million to 90 million per block. This is the A block, okay? Very rare, okay? This note, they were asking, look at the condition. This went through a lot of hands, okay? It does have some wrinkles in it, okay? You can see all the wrinkles throughout. It's not brand new, okay? They were asking $799. I went to 130point.com and I typed in search. I clicked on search eBay sales, and when I typed in 20 million, and it sold for $500. So this person that found this note, a $1 bill, sold it for $500 because of the serial number. That, everybody, is incredible. That is a great sale right there. That is one of the better sales that I've seen. So now I'm trying to, obviously educate you in terms of what's out there, what to look for. Now you know how much they sell for, and now you can see what the listings look like in terms of how to describe your notes on eBay. So that's all I have for you this week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Feel free to share this video, like it, subscribe, so other people can learn how to do this as well. Have a good week. We'll see you real soon.